This is insane. Look, if it was proven that there were drug dealers on this boat, there is no authority for this. It would be blatantly illegal to summarily execute these people. If it was proven there were drug dealers on this boat en route to the United States to sell drugs, this would be completely illegal and unauthorized. They were actually going to a different country. If this happened within U.S. waters, it would be completely illegal and unauthorized. They were not in U.S. waters. Here's the amazing thing. All those MFers with their "Don't Tread on Me" flags, with their "Jade Helm is coming," if you have the authority to blow up a boat with no due process and just the explanation that there were drug dealers on there, what makes you think you don't have authority to do anything else?
Ruby Ridge, man.
We blew up a car on the highway. There were drug dealers in there. And if you can find their body parts, you will see that they are exactly who we say they are. But here's Pete Hegseth, worried, I guess, that his day drinking is going to make his eyes look red. But here he is.
Mr. Secretary, what legal authority did the Pentagon invoke to strike that boat full of drug smugglers?
We have the absolute and complete authority.
Pause it for a second. Absolutely. The question is, what authority does the Pentagon have to strike that boat allegedly full of drug dealers? That's the way you say that. Right. Good.
We have the absolute and complete authority to conduct that. First of all, just the defense of the American people alone. 100,000 Americans were killed each year under the previous administration because of an open border and open drug traffic flow. That is an assault on the American people. I said we smoked a drug boat, and there's 11 narco terrorists at the bottom of the ocean. And when other people try to do that, they're going to meet the same fate.
Going to try and do what?
Get their product to Don Jr.
It's like, where's that guy from YouTube? Where's Mike Lee? Where's like any of these Republicans with their "Don't Tread on Me" shit? Do you know what Jade Helm is? Do you guys remember Jade Helm?
Yeah. Obama was
when Obama was going to occupy Texas with, if you can believe this, the U.S. military.
Take him over, Sharia time.
The Republicans were up in arms about this for a year and a half.
All I can find is Ron Paul is the only one of those Don't Tread guys who said this is illegal.
It's insane. All right, let's go to the IMs. Ion from Exnola. In New Orleans, the DSA, FRSO, Indivisible, No Ship, No Cop, and many other local organizations are getting prepped to deal with local occupation. The good thing is we also get to study how things went down in LA and DC so we can be a bit more prepared. We even had some comrades in DC to witness the shenanigans, so we're not backing down. Left is best. I love my Max left hat. It gets a lot of good reviews. We have someone on Monday to talk about the rebuilding of New Orleans in the wake of Katrina. We have somebody in studio. Gino's in studio right now, who is in DC, and you can tell that it's like reports that it's been a crap show down there. Nobody apparently goes downtown. They're talking about the restaurant business there is like the COVID apocalypse. People just don't want to go down. Anybody but with a beard apparently driving around is stopped. Dylan from Palmdale. It's Freaky Friday, folks. Matt from PA. My partner and I are watching Veep, and I can't help but picture Stephen Miller as the fascist version of Gary. My mom works in the roofing industry for the past 4 years. She was always saying how busy she was. Now she's complaining no one is building. Guess who she voted for? Hint, not Kamala. Saturn Girl. I'm telling you, Sam, it's not too early to be envisioning a post-Trump MAGA movement. As I've said before, the Trump base will begin to abandon him bit by bit and then actively oppose him in the federal government. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's just going to like sort of lose coherence a little bit, but I don't think they're going to abandon him.
I don't think he's going to be abandoned. I think there's one way in which Trump's allure ends. And it is going to be when his physicality ends.
He's embalmed.
Once the federal government is no longer the primary threat, the base will attack the rest of us. You're old enough to be aware of the right-wing militia movement that's been going on since the 1960s. They've been preparing for war for decades. There's a really good book about this by the FBI informant Joe Moore. It's called White Robes and Broken Badges. He details its infiltration of the KKK and other militant white supremacist organizations. These guys have a lot of money to spend on retrofitting their houses to be like bases, buying military-grade vehicles, amassing arsenals of weapons. He also details how entrenched these groups are in local law enforcement. In fact, local law enforcement is poised, along with these groups, to impose local fascism and terrorize local minority groups. We need to be preparing for a post-Trump order now, and it takes organization on the left. You know, this is why, you know, like, I believe that, like, you have to have, like, police forces that are, I don't know, 75%, 100% live in your city. I think that is very, very important.
And if you look at, there's been studies on this. Like 10 years ago, Minneapolis was, I think, one of the worst cities where it was like 3% lived in the city and everyone else was from the white suburbs.
In New York, I had a ton of cops live in Long Island. When I was in Cuba, now 25 years ago, I was told by the folks there that what Castro would do is he would get all of the cops and all of the militia in Havana were from the countryside. And he would bring them in exclusively because of their skepticism, paranoia, alienation from the urban people in Havana. That dynamic.
The urban-rural divide.
Yep. Is exploited. Or, you know, urban-suburban divide. And what it would also do is it would also force the city to be more affordable. Like, if you have like requirements for the people to, you know, run the city, whether it's like working on the trains, working in the fire departments, that they need to be able to live within the city, then you've got to figure out how to make the city affordable. Pete, the sinking of the boat off the Venezuelan coast was murder. There's no other word for it. The service members that did that were following unlawful orders. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.